It's the WNIHL Division 1 player final. Let's make this a good one.
Welcome to Ice Sheffield for the start of day 2 from the playoff finals weekend. I'm Adam Atman and I'll be bringing this game to you between the Division 1 champions Whitley Bay Beacons against the runners-up, the Swindon Top Cats. Yesterday Whitley had a relatively routine 8-1 win over the 4th placed Sheffield Shadows, whereas for Swindon they went the full distance and beat the Kingston Diamonds on penalty shots. For Whitley, looks like they're going to start with the Becky Caster Wood line, same as they did yesterday. So she has Danielle Turnbull and Kimberly Brennan on her wing. Abby Minter starts for Swindon even, with Emma Comer and Katie Edgington on her wings, the same line that they had yesterday as well, as Danielle Turnbull carries out, picked off by Aisling Rafter, who lays it off to Vicky Smith. Danielle Turnbull's reverse pass didn't quite clear the zone, it's kept in well by Abby Minter. So early pressure coming from Swindon, Whitley being pushed back here. Danielle Turnbull regathers and now go for the early line change. Steph Town's line will be out there with Abby Coulshaw and Ruby Newlands, a GB line. And straight away Abby steals that one back. Fires, big rebound. It's puck's going around the back of the net. It's Marley Easton who's got the starting goal once again, who was the hero of that penalty shootout yesterday. Lovely drag back by Lily Endicott. Steph Town sticking with her. Joy Scott Russell couldn't quite control. Lily will dig the puck out off the boards. Casey Trail steals it back along the boards though. Finds Steph Towns with Nora Egri closing in on it. Controlled nicely by Ruby Newlands on the far side. Nice drag back. Tried it a second time, but Lily Endicott stole it back off her. And she'll lead the charge for the Top Cats. Lily Shaw will control and carry out. Nice play from her, still going forward. The young defender. Ooh, that set up a teammate coming in on the back door. I think it was Joy Scott Russell, and puck went underneath one of the pads, or possibly the blocker of Megan Craig, and squibbed out, but Whitley had time to readjust and get it away. But Swindon have started the brighter here, there's no doubt about that, as Abby Coulshaw looks to try and get her team moving, bringing a lot of energy down that left wing. Vicky Smith sends it across to Aisling Rafter, who clears from the blue line. Swindon will regather. Leah Wallace can control, comes to Becky Castlewood, who fires, but it's all dropped in off Marley Easton off the shoulder, almost crept into the line, over the line, but went round the post. Both teams having a good chance. Tempted wraparound by Danielle Turnbull, so Whitley putting their second line back out there, just using the two lines right now early on. It's always difficult when you're the first game in the morning. Whitley had the slightly longer rest, a couple of hours earlier their game yesterday, and obviously Swindon's game went the full distance, so you would have thought Whitley would be slightly brighter, as Kimberly Brennan's shot is gathered in by Marley Easton. And we'll get a offensive zone face-off for the Beacons with a little over 3 minutes played here. Still goalless. Steph Towns will take the draw for the Beacons against Abby Minter of the Top Cats. Ruby Newlands fires, and it again just flashed wide. I don't know, I think Marley might have got a piece of that as it turned aside. It took a nick off her, certainly. As Rachel Stockdale plays it at the boards. Stockdale will go again forward to Ruby Newlands, who is closed down. Swindon are quick to realise the threat that she poses. Casey Trail's got time. Katie Edgington closing down on her, but give away by Casey. Puck comes around the boards. Rachel Stockdale will sweep up beyond the net, but good play by Abby Minter to break the play up. Casey switches the play to Abby Coulshaw, who gets a touch of the puck and redirects it where she wants. Poke check coming in from the Swindon D, Ellie Shaw, who's been outstanding this weekend. Katie Edgington controls in her defensive zone. She's one of the more experienced players on the team. I think she's still only 19. Tipped away by Ruby Newlands. Lovely bit of play. Puck just wouldn't fall for her cleanly, but she's regathered. Swindon have got bodies back now though. 4 players in there. Ruby's has to go it alone. Draws one attempted poke check and then attempted the wraparound and then fired over. Iona Harrison will come on. She'll bring a bit of energy as well. Very fast skater. There's Claire Turnbull's out there as well. Abby Robotham and Caitlin Stocks are D out there for the Beacons as Nora Egri advances down that left channel. Comes back out. Iona Harrison sweeps it across to Ruby Newlands. Reverse pass. Iona will give chase. Leah Wallace will get there first though. Kate Ord deflects it. Scored the Beacons' goal of the season against Swindon at Hill Heads back in February, when she sniped one in off the right wing. Swindon looking to get in on goal there. Lily Endicott frustrated. I think she felt she was impeded on the way through. Bit of frustration there. 5 minutes played here. It's a nervy start by both sides, I would say, but puck not really settling down. That's a nice pass just out of reach of Ruby Newlands, who will give chase, and that will be covered up by Marley Easton, so the Beacons will get another offensive zone face-off. Seem to remember at the start of the season when the two sides met in Swindon, it was a very close game indeed. In fact, Swindon led deep into a second period after Whitley had taken an early lead, but then Whitley came back in the third and Steph Towns really turned on the style as Casey Trail ripples the side of her net. The Beacons bench were cheering there. They thought it had gone in. Casey will wind another one up perhaps. No, she'll lay it off to Abby Coulshaw. Fierce pass across. It's pushed out by Shannon Priest, who's done a good job there. And then lent into the Beacons play on the far side. That's going to be a penalty. But, hooking's a call. I thought it was more of interference perhaps, but either way, Shannon Priest goes to the box. It's a shame for her because that was looking like a good shift from her. So, first power play opportunity for either side goes to the Beacons. Becky Castner-Wood will centre Abby Coulshaw and Ruby Newland. Steph Towns on the point with Casey Trail on the opposite one. It's an all GB lineup really. Coulshaw cross to Casey Trail. He scores! Casey Trail opens the scoring. Hips McGee does it again. 11 seconds in. Marley Easton beaten on her blocker side. And the South Shields born defender gets a breakthrough. So the Abby Minter line comes out for Swindon once again, with Claire Turnbull, Danielle Turnbull and Kimberly Brengan on this line now. I think that's just to give Becky Castlewood a rest because she played on that power play unit, although to be fair she was only out there for 13 seconds. She took the draw and could have probably stayed out, but they've shortened the bench certainly. We're only just announcing the Swindon penalty now. That's how quick the goal came. Hooking can't call on Shannon Priest, confirmed. Scored by number 9, Casey Trail. And confirm that Casey Trail gets the goal. Assisted 3, Becky Castlewood with the assist. On the power play at 5 minutes, 47 worked out onto the boards on the near side. Good clearance by the Whitley D, and then it will come out the zone. Picked off on the far side by Amelia Williams, who missed yesterday. Back in action today. She's an outstanding young defender. As you can see, good puck handler as well. Generates a lot of offence. Danielle Turnbull clears the zone. We're going to get a whistle on the play here. I think the net's off. So, gives the teams a chance to breathe. Officials have gone over to a Whitley bench, talking to the captain, Abby Coulshaw there. Now they'll presumably go over to the Top Cats bench, which indeed they will. Again, just I think discussing they had to stop the game for the net coming off, and face-off will remain inside the Beacon zone. Lengthy discussion, which I didn't think it really needed that much of a explanation as to why they stopped the play, because the net was off, they've reattached it. Lily Endicott goes in for a draw against Claire Turnbull, out of reach of Joyce Scott-Russell. She'll readjust and it's cleared by Danielle Turnbull. It will come down to Marley Easton, so there'll be no icing as she has to control. She controls and clears it into a corner, cleared by Emily Benson. Claire Turnbull ushers it back to Abby Coulshaw, who's in an auxiliary defence position there, helping out. Scott Russell into the path of Nora Egri, cleared by Abby Coulshaw, who is having a very strong game indeed. Once again, early on, the captain leading by example. Been a standout player in Div 1 this year, no doubt about that, as Casey Trail runs into Steph Towns. It's forced a turnover, and Lily Endicott trying to set up Nora Egri in the low slot. Stolen though by Ruby Newlands. She's away one-on-one, but Amelia Williams is sticking with her, and then the puck gets away from Ruby. Bit of frustration there, she thought she was in on goal. Back comes Swindon, it's opening up a bit. End-to-end action as Nora Egri takes it down the left wing. Across, Ruby Newlands will not steer it past Amelia Williams, who's doing a fantastic job early on here, and she was certainly a miss for Swindon yesterday, although they got the job done and won, but she's already been a standout performer in these early exchanges for the Top Cats. Had a great tournament in Dumfries for a GB under 18s, I seem to remember, on D. And while she's a diminutive player, she certainly, what she lacks in height and prowess, she makes up for in positioning and the way she reads a game. Big wind-up shot from Steph Towns, who fires past that blocker side post. Comes back for Rachel Stockdale, who switches the play to Vicky Smith. She'll control back in a defensive zone to Abby Coulshaw, who's playing very deep right now and helping out her D. Steph Towns will control to Ruby Newland. She enters the zone on the left wing. Heads up, she can see Abby Coulshaw. It's well defended though by Leah Wallace. Coulshaw cycles it back though. Ashing Rafter was open on the high slot, but then Katie Edgington spotted her. Coulshaw works it into the corner for Becky Castner-Wood. Swindon doing a very good job of getting close and tight here as Becky's shot pops into the breadbasket for Marley to hold on to. Almost at the midpoint of the period then, 1-0 Beacons. Well, it looks like the scoreboard is working now, I've just updated it. So, move the face-off onto the near face-off dot. Ashling Rafter winds one up, deflects off a blade of a Swindon player, and once again it comes out to, I think it was Miller Peroni in fact, number 19, the heel of Turnbull this time as it comes out, Danielle Turnbull. Swindon with a 3-against-2 rush there. Vicky Smith clears to the boards. Becky Castner-Wood races down to collect that puck. Turnbull, just in front of her, that's Danielle Turnbull, I should say, both of them on the ice. Well, there were, there's Kimberly Brennan's on there now. But nice and cool on the Beacon, so that will prevent them from completing that line change. A lot of fans in here early on, and good to see, a lot of support coming in. There's a few Beacons jerseys in the stands as well. Won by Lily Endicott, but stolen by Danielle Turnbull. Such a hard-working player. Vicky Smith's open, she calls for it from the high slot, couldn't control as Lily Endicott stole it back. Nora Egri looking to capitalise. Joyce Scott-Russell down the left wing. So Nora Egri comes out just to inside the zone. Helped on its way by Emily Benson. Vicky Smith will control behind the net. Danielle Turnbull banks it off the boards, pushes out. Lily Endicott has to check back. Amelia Williams carries it up, and it is Swindon who are looking more dangerous right now. Young team, so they're going to have a lot of energy in their legs. Danielle Turnbull poked clear to Kimberly Brengan, who chases down. Norva Egri has to check back. Good hustle play by Kim Brengan there, and it's a good battle between those two. The Presswick sniper on the right wing for the Beacons, and the Hungarian prospect on the left. Abby Minter collects off the boards. Out wide. Nicely done by Caitlin Stocks, and then nice hands by Iona Harrison, who gets it to South Sumner. Abby Robotham. Checks back. Banks it off the boards to Iona Harrison. Plays it forward. Claire Turnbull will chase after. Ellie Shaw doing a good job of controlling it, and she'll stop it from entering her blue line, or crossing her blue line once again. Played in on that top of the ice by Claire Turnbull, who collides with a Swindon player. Casey Trell controls at centre red. And that's going to be an offside on the Beacons. Haven't seen much of Casey since she opened the scoring. .7:45 left in this opening period. Swindon will win the draw, but only as far as Casey Trell at centre red, who dumps back in. Whitley will give chase with Ruby Newlands. Nice play by Amelia Williams, but Ruby gets it. Attempted wraparound. Marley Easton, though, covers off that blocker side and made sure she covered it off down low. No amount of stabbing from Ruby Newlands will get that in. Referee just having a word with her, saying perhaps she's a little bit over exuberant in trying to steer that one home, but Amelia Williams giving a GB under 18s teammate a tap there just to say, I know what you were trying to do. Stockdale shoots from the point, tipped by Ruby Newlands, collects a rebound off the boards, sets up Steph Towns in the low slot. Looked like she had a stick lifted though by Emily Benson. Good defending from her again. Amelia Williams will control and will enter the zone. Drop the pass to Joyce Scott Russell. Lily Endicott tried to go short side and it pops into Megan Craig's glove. Face-off will remain in the Beacon zone. 7:07 remaining in this opening period. Lily Endicott with a draw, controlled by Vicky Smith. Abby Coulshaw will take up the run in here. Quick stick handling, good play by Amelia Williams, who battles well with the senior GB international. Emily Benson around the boards in the corner. Only as far as Steph Towns, who sends it back the other way. Abby Coulshaw should get to his first in the corner, and indeed she does. Banks it off the boards towards Ruby Newlands, who tried to set it up with a flick of a backhand. Picked off by the Top Cats though, and they will enter the zone. Controlled by Aisling Rafter off the boards. Poked clear by Ruby Newlands and collides with her opponent there, but it will advance. Good defending by the Top Cats there on the far side. Big wind-up shot comes off the stick of Marley Easton, helps it on its way. As the puck's up along the boards. To Steph Towns. Becky Castle-Wood and Kimberly Brennan. Oh, and it hit the post, I think, or perhaps off the stick of Marley Easton. Very quick release shot by Becky Castle-Wood. It was close to taking a deflection and going in. It's in the back of the net! Claire Turnbull from the high slot. And Marley Easton's beaten again on that blocker side. 5:48 gone. No, it's Aisling Rafter. A wee girl from Bangor bangs one in from the high slot. What a time to get a goal, and what a shot it was by the GB University captain. Claire Turnbull is on the ice now and she takes a draw. Both Claire and Aisling very good friends and share carpool duties. Well, we're giving it to Danielle Turnbull, but I'm pretty sure it was Aisling Rafter, number 2. The bench is saying no, it wasn't 17. Kimberly Brennan getting the assist. You could see the Beacons bench waving their arms to say no, that's not who it was. It was definitely Aisling Rafter. Although I got it wrong to begin with, to be fair. Iona Harrison turns on the left wing. Kate Ord back to Iona, who centres one in. It's picked off and then helped on its way by Shannon Priest. Caitlin Stocks will get there ahead of the on-rushing Swindon player. I think it was Hodson, number 10, who was playing D yesterday, but playing in a more advanced position there. Iona Harrison brings it into his own. It's going to be picked off by by Ellie Shaw and cleared. Caitlin Stocks will control. Iona Harrison, nice layoff to Claire Turnbull. Pushes it out with Abby Minter sticking to her. What a great player Abby Minter is. Her work rate is phenomenal. Control behind the back of the net. 4:18 to go in the period. 2-0 Beacons. Nice layoff, picked off by Katie Edginson. 4:06 left in the period now, as we get a whistle on the play. Abby Minter and Steph Towns to take the draw. A bit of a delay before they get going once again. And then we're going to move it to centre ice. Got jumped in. Emma Comer will get there into the corner first. Play forward. It'll be Emily Benson who gets there. So a new partnership for today with Amelia Williams, who lays that puck off but kept inside by Steph Towns. Williams will get it clear at the second attempt, picked off by Casey Trail. Across to Rachel Stockdale, who sends it down the right channel for Steph Towns to give chase, but Emily Benson will get there first. Abby Minter comes in and helps out her D there. Minter will go again and carries into the offensive zone. It's a shot off, comes off the stick or perhaps the blocker of Megan Craig. Abby Coolshaw carries out. Steph Towns. Nice stick handle in there, splits a D, gets a shot off, goes top shelf. Towns is on fire, your defence is terrified. 3-0 Beacons. And she beat Marley Easton like a rented mule with that shot. The Beacons have had to soak up a lot of pressure here. At times the Top Cats have been the better team, but like a predator they strike and kill their prey, and that's exactly what Steph Towns did there. Beautiful hands as she controlled the puck, split the D, and then went top shelf where Mama keeps the best peanut butter. Work back to Amelia Williams.
Goal number 3 for the
Joy Scott Russell. Now Lily Endicott. Confirmation of Steph Towns' goal. Great work by Becky Castor-Wood to steal the puck off Lily Endicott. Becky will go again. A little bit of a spinner armour there. She tries to get the puck under control and then finds Danielle Turnbull.
17-0-3.
Centering pass poked clear by Marley Easton, who could do nothing about that shot from Steph Towns. It was past her before she knew it. Nora Egri enters, shoots, it goes through the legs of Vicky Smith, but that did enough to take the power out of the shot. Nora will gather in the rebound. Sets up the play from the corner by Lily Endicott. Nora will come across now on her off flank. She's normally operates on the left wing. Amelia Williams to Lily Endicott. Vicky Smith going with her, still with Endicott. Great hands from her. Nora Egri, the top cat, cycling the puck well in that corner. Shot comes through. Becky Castlewood trying to disrupt the play, and puck comes off. Megan Craig and away. Becky will go again. Plays the puck out wide. It will be towards Kimberly Brennan. A minute 30 remaining in the period. Nice poke check by Amelia Williams. Great defending from her. Such a standout talent. Kimberly Brennan will gather. Caitlin Stocks is open for a pass. Brennan will turn the other way though and comes off Abby Rowbotham's foot. Keeps it inside the zone. But Claire Turnbull doing well to get back there. This time it comes off Kimberly Brennan's foot, but to a Top Cats player. Nice screen that by the Top Cats and Miller Peroni, but unable to really control it with a back to goal. Iona Harrison on the left wing. Nice cushion pass just behind Claire Turnbull though. Had the right idea though. It's carried in on the far side. Ellie Short. Again, good control from her. Attempted poke check from Caitlin Stocks. Couldn't get the puck off Ellie though. And then it was Saf Sumner who come in and got the job done. But then back with Ellie again. It's not going to give up here. Tenacious play from her. 26 seconds left in the period. There will be an ice cut between the first and second periods today, as the players said that they'd prefer it that way rather than between the second and third. It back, just about kept inside by Poppy Howe, I think it was. So we got a whistle on the play there. That will do it then for the opening period. A 3-0 lead for the Beacons. There will be an ice cut, as we say, so we should be going off air, and we'll be back with you in 15 minutes time, so please do not go anywhere. Welcome back to Sheffield for the start of the second period of this Division 1 playoff final between the regular season champions Whitley Bay Beacons and the runners-up, the Swindon Top Cats. I'm Adam Atman and I'll be calling the game for you. 3-0 lead to the Beacons then. GB International Casey Trail opened the scoring on the power play. Ashling Rafter's shot from the high slot doubled the lead, and then some great hands from Steph Towns made it 3-0 as she went top shelf on Marley Easton. That's the story of the game so far. Swindon though have looked arguably the better side in possession, have looked dangerous throughout, but it's been the deadly finishing of the Beacons that's been the difference. It looked quite a nervy start from the Beacons, I felt, early on. It's never ideal for either side being on the ice at 9 o'clock in the morning, but somebody has to do it to fit all the games in. And, well, maybe just need to wake the legs up a little bit. It's difficult because it means getting up quite early just to be here for 9 o'clock. And a bit of a delay before we have the puck drop. It's a nice slick ice surface and finish. Katie Edginson stretching things out there. And as I say, it'll be an ice cut between the first and second periods today rather than the second and third. That was on a request by the players, just because what they would favour. Again, no real idea why we have this delay to the start. The officials just having a look around. Perhaps there could be some patches of standing water. I can't see any from up here. It's not quite as evident as it was yesterday. It was a lot warmer outside yesterday as well. And it does look like we are ready for puck drop now, and it's going to be Becky Castlewood's line against Abby Minter's line once again. Both tapping sticks. Sporting gesture before we get underway. Katie Edginson controls straight from the draw. Nice poke check by Ashling Rafter. Becky Castlewood slips the puck out wide to Danielle Turnbull. And controls behind the back of the net. Puck hits the netting behind the back of the goal. Ashling Rafter, I think, works it clear. Comes back across on the far side. Ashling Rafter. And then that was a nice reverse sweep by Kimberly Brengan to keep the puck inside the zone. Helped on its way by Marley Easton. Banked off the boards by Vicky Smith. Ironically, these two sides will meet later on at 1:15 p.m. once again in the under-16 team. So Ruby Newlands is a part of that. Vicky Smith even, who's on the puck there just past it. And the number 36, her daughter Holly Smith, is on that Beacon side. Whereas there's a couple of the girls on Swindon who will be playing for the Top Kittens. Lily Endicott being one of them, as Kimberly Brengan comes down the right wing. And he's Shaw does good there, breaks the play up and then swept up by Lily Endicott once again into a path of Norva Egri, picked off by Casey Trail. And he's Shaw breaks the play up, but Ruby Newlands will give chase. The Kilmarnock Rocket, as she has control of it. Lays it off onto a far side to Stockdale. Fires in. It was a quick reaction. Save there. It was a quick release and the puck popped up on Marley Easton, but she had good quick hands to hold on to that. So the first goal is still confirmed as Casey Trail. Abby Coulshaw with the assist. She's had 2 assists early on here. She's played really well this weekend, as you'd probably expect of somebody of her stature and quality. And she just has so much skill and abundance, and she's a real go-to player when the Beacons need something to happen. Ruby Newlands helps it on to Casey Trail, who fires. Quick flick of a wrist by Marley Easton to hold that one. It was a nice glove save from her. Controlled by Ellie Shaw, straight from the face-off drop. Shaw carries it out. She's very good at that. Nice work by Abby Coolshaw. Breaks the play up, plays it into space, and advances into the offensive zone. Got Ruby Newlands with her, goes past the defender, and slipped the puck between Leah Wallace's legs there. And she's an outstanding defender. So great work by Abby Coolshaw. Poke check by Wallace, but Coolshaw advances to Ruby Newlands in the high slot, fires again, glove save by Marley Easton, and she'll hold on. Nora Egri gives her a pass on the shoulder on her way past, recognising the importance of that stop. So still 3-0 Beacons as we've played 2.5 minutes here in the start of the second period. Becky Castle-Wood's line is back out there, back to Kimberly Brennan. Low stick, controls it, gets it away, comes back through. Swindon almost got it away. Ashton Rafter does well to keep it inside. Kimberly Brennan's open in the high slot, but it'll be shot from Becky Castlewood, who wasn't far off the target there. Ellen Roach helps it on its way. Third line out there for Swindon with Shannon Priest. And so it looks like number 10, Hodgson, is Rachel Hodgson's playing there. Puck behind the Beacons net. Shannon Priest will dig it out the corner. Kimberly Brennan stabs it away, comes out the zone. They're offside, Swindon, so they'll have to leave it. Becky Castlewood tries to motor down the right wing. Kimberly Brennan, good hands from her, carries in now. Fires just wide of the goal, just wide of that glove side. Marley Easton's net. Becky Castlewood up along the boards. Danielle Turnbull works it back to Abby Roboff, and Iona Harrison carries it in on the top of the screen. For those watching at home, Abby Roboff pushes it back to Aisling Rafter. Claire Turnbull forward to Iona Harrison, gets the puck under control, almost split the D, backhand to Kate Ord, who scores! Kate the sniper Ord made her move into the low slot, puck came through to her from Iona Harrison, and she stabbed it underneath Marley Easton for a 4-0 Beacons lead. And the Cramlington-born sniper does it again as the Swindon Top Cats call a timeout. Little over 4 minutes played at the start of this second period. They're 4 goals down, and they know that they need to do something before the game completely gets away from them. Beacons will use the opportunity to regroup as well. Interesting to see that Kayla Poole is out there warming up. Marley is heading back to her net, but I thought for a second, not that I'm saying they should pull Marley, because it's not like she's played bad or anything. It's just Kayla's not had any ice time yet. Oh no, she is. I think Marley's gone to get a water bottle, and whether this was planned, perhaps we're going to get half a game each, but a little bit short of that, but Marley has played a lot of hockey this weekend, and so she's been pulled from the game, and Kayla Poole gets her first taste of playoff hockey this season. Another exceptional goaltending talent to come out of Swindon. Was part of the GB under-18s up in Dumfries in January, which will age out over the summer, so she won't play in that age group again, but fantastic young talent, Kayla Poole. And it's like a production line at times. Swindon, Amelia McGinley as well, who only I think a year ahead of one another in terms of age. I think Emilia's 19, Marley 18 and Kayla 17. But it's incredible what they've produced there over the years. As Abby Minter carries in, nice poke check by Abby Robotham, forces Abby Minter to go wide, and Katie Edgerton can control, comes back to the point, it's been flashed by a big rebound, and well, often when you do make that goalie change, the team gains some momentum from it. I didn't actually see who got the final touch, but there was a huge amount of rebounds there. Megan, in the end, I think just had too many Swindon sticks in front of her and was outnumbered. She certainly made the initial save, but I think it all started from a really good play from Emily Benson, who shot from distance, was the one who got the puck just in and around that crease area. 15:09 then, and Swindon get themselves on the scoreboard, and well, is that going to be a swing in momentum? And they haven't even announced the Beacons goal yet. They've given it to Danielle Turnbull, it wasn't, it was Kate Ord. Yeah, it's, well, they've given the goal and 2 assists to 3 players who weren't even on the ice there. It was the same Ruby Newlands and Becky Castlewood got the assist, but I can assure you it was Iona Harrison's assist and Kate Ord's goal. Abby Minter with the goal. An assistant, but I would imagine there will be some added. I'm pretty sure Emily Benson would have got at least a secondary assist on that. Abby Minter and Megan Craig are quite good friends. Oh, and that ripples the net on the side as Steph Towns skates back to the bench backwards. Abby Coulshaw sets up Becky Castlewood, but smart stop by Kayla Poole. It's incredible how you can make a goalie change and it just changes the momentum like that. As I say, I don't think Marley was having a bad game by any means, and the shots that she let in, you couldn't really say they were a goalie error. I think they're all very well taken finishes. But it's amazing how as soon as they make that change, Swindon then get another goal, or get a goal. As Aisling Rafter finds Becky Castlewood. Sends it around the boards. And Roach slips it across. Return pass coming to her from Poppy Howe. Oh, Becky Castlewood's clearance kept in, come off the feet of Poppy Howe as Kimberly Brigham will now carry out. Comes through the neutral zone. And then I think it was Danielle Turnbull, was it, at the top of the screen, who was just offside. So that will keep the face-off draw outside the blue line. Controlled by the Top Cats, but Claire Turnbull did some good work there, trying to steal it back. That will clear the Beacon zone. Top Cats will have to retreat. Almost 7 minutes played in this second period. It's 4-1 to the Beacons. We've updated the score for you. I have to remember that's working today. Abby Robotham carries out through the neutral zone, carries it into the offensive zone, goes around 2 or 3 players. A follow-up shot from Claire Turnbull was blocked. It was charged down by the Top Cats as Katie Edgerton has just levelled. So I've summed that. It's going to get a body checking call. Yeah, I think that's a clear-cut penalty. Not much a way of complaints from Katie. I think she knew. And Sav didn't make too much of it. Just picked herself back up and went back to her bench. So, a power play opportunity for the Beacons. They converted on their first one, remember, early in the first period when Casey Trail scored. And she is open on the point right now. I'm sure that's going to be the idea, to get it back to her. Steph Towns. Nora Egries, though, sensed that danger and she was thinking about going towards Casey. She's going to drift to her right wing now. Casey she'll be found here. First timer. She tried to stab it down low. Maybe a little bit off balance, but you can see the thinking behind the play.
We have an assist to add to the Swindon first goal. Goes to number 28.
Casey Trail. So we've got Emily Benson did get the assist. I thought that was the case.
To 28, Emily Benson, and Swindon have changed netminders. Now in goal is 94, Mila Poole.
Abby Coolshaw. And then Casey Trail just shoots wide. Shot comes back down. Steph Towns will gather. And they carry it through the neutral zone. Slow, patient build up this by the Beacons. That's looped in, and the Beacons are still there for goal lead. Steph Towns fires home as it loops over the top of Kayla Poole, and they convert on the power play once again. They are 2 from 2 so far today. Claire Turnbull and Abby Minter with the draw. It's just got to control.
Scored by number 33, Steph Towns. Assisted 34,
Abby Coolshaw with the assist. I'll make that at least her third assist of the game.
28 minutes, 44 seconds. That's goal 5 for Whitley Bay.
Abby Minter.
33 from 34 on the power play. At 28-44 from Swindon.
Kimberly Brennan.
Full strength.
Now controlled by Amelia Williams. Almost at the midpoint of the game. 5-1 to the league champions. Left on the far side, and the Swindon player's gone down. Apologies, I didn't quite see the number as she tumbled. It was Joyce Scott Russell, I think. Kimberly Brennan tips it in, will go for the line change. As Emily Benson controls. Been really impressed with her this weekend. Emily had a really strong tournament. Steph Towns cuts through the high slot. Lays it off to Casey Trail. Back out wide for Steph Towns with a one-timer. Drills it. Had a lot of power on that. And stopped by Kayla Poole. Face off in the top cat zone. We have passed the midpoint in the game. 9:52 left in the second period. As the officials go back to the top cats bench. And then on the Whitley bench. Again, not entirely sure what that's about. No obvious dispute or anything. Back to Casey Trail. So on one rush here, Nora Eggery's open for the pass. Shot comes through, was a good save by Megan Craig though, who holds on, took that one very confidently indeed. So a bit scrappy, stop-start, a lot of face-offs at both ends of the ice as a top Cats player goes down. Jordan Troop's out there for her first shift of the game. I think there was some shouts from the Swindon bench. It was Lily Endicott, who looks a frustrated figure there, actually, which is a shame because she's had a great weekend and a great season. She'll be in action later on with the Queen Bees. But it's a very busy game. If the top Kittens make it to the 16s final, she would have played 6 games out of the 13 this weekend. That's incredible. A lot of hockey for her. Short cross picked off by Kimberly Brengan, who gets a return pass from Abby Coolshaw. Leah Wallace will get there first. Centre on the boards. Abby Minter controls. Nice drag back, plays it out wide into the zone. Play broken up by Vicky Smith. Ashling Rafter. Kimberly Brengan. Becky Castlewood. Fires, comes off Ellie Shaw. Leah Wallace will go into a corner. Becky Castlewood gets there first, sends it across. Picked off by Ellie Shaw once again. It's Danielle Turnbull in the corner. Then Shaw gets a stick onto that, so the pass didn't find its way to its intended recipient, which was Kimberly Brengan. Nice bit of play there as Emma Comer enters the zone. Cycles back round for Joy Scott Russell. Lines mixed up a little bit here. Shot comes through, big rebound, but Megan puts it into a corner and safety. Katie Edgington controls. Becky Castlewood closes down. Kimberly Brengan chases down the right wing. Stick comes across from Emily Benson. There's Amelia Williams, does a good job up along the boards with Danielle Turnbull. Lots of cheers coming in and a lot of support for Swindon in here. Puck work back to Abby Robotham, fires from the high slot. Oh, and that come off Amelia Williams and looped in. I was going to go into the net for a second there, could have gone anywhere, but in the end turned into a very good clearance. I think it come off her shin or her foot. Shot comes in, rising shot from Katie Edgington. Thrown stick's been there for a while now as Kate Orr chases down, scored the 4th goal. It's a rebound and momentum sort of collide into a Swindon player. Attempted wraparound, comes through, Kayla Poole will cover up. He's got full stretch there, but that was a smart stop that by Kayla Poole. So face off in the top cat zone. Iona Harrison off the boards to Casey Trail. Lovely stick handling there. She splits a D, set it up into a mid slot for Claire Turnbull. It was just behind her though, and she controls from Rachel Stockdale. Stocker's doing well to keep it inside the zone. Nice hands by Claire Turnbull, but it's cleared by the top cats. They get it out the zone with 6:22 left in this second period. Still a 5-1 lead to the Beacons. Casey Trail on the far side. Steph Towns on that blue line, and then controlled by the top cats at centre red. That's going to be a penalty on the Beacons, their first of the game. I think it's going to be on Casey Trail as Poppy Howe is brought down. And indeed it is the GB international defender who will sit for 2 minutes. 6:01 left in the period. Katie Edgington with an offensive zone face-off against Steph Towns. Katie Edgington, Lily Endicott even.
Beacons got the goal.
Surprisingly plays D for the GB under-18s, but
33 minutes 59 seconds.
much better at forward in my opinion.
2 minutes.
Well, not so much she's not a good defender, but you just lose something from her game offensively, and she's such a good offensive talent, so with some really good hands, as we've seen with the Queen Bees this season. Shot comes in, we'll get a retake of Towns versus Endicott, and it's the Swindon-born centre who wins. Cleared by Abby Coulshaw. I would think though, such is a meteoric rise in form, that it won't be long before Lily Endicott receives a call up for the senior GB team, which is I would say on a par with the likes of Ruby Newlands and Ellen Rees. Endicott doing well behind the end boards, behind the net I should say. 5:10 remaining in the period, and a minute and 8 seconds left on the power play for the Top Cats, but face off inside the Top Cat zone. Again, officials having a quick word with Kayla Poole to discuss something. Again, bit of a discussion, is a huddle there. All the Swindon players are back there, plus captain for the Beacons, Abby Coulshaw, listening in, as is her entitlement. So, if the Top Cats don't convert on this power play, that will be 4 minutes left in the period, and you just feel that they have to get something off this power play to cut the lead and make it a free goal game again. Oh, it looks like we're going to get a penalty on the Top Cats then. It's Joy Scott Russell who's going to go into a box. So, well, that's going to negate that power play then. It'll be 4-on-4 for the next minute and 6 seconds. And then revert to a Beacons power play for 54 seconds when it all shakes out. Again, apologies, I didn't quite see what that call was for. I didn't see anything untoward at all. So, it's on Kayla Poole, okay, and it's going to be Joy Scott Russell who is serving a penalty. Well, Grant Craig, who's Megan's father, is looking perplexed and looked up at me, and neither of us know, and presumably Joy Scott Russell doesn't know who's serving the penalty, because he's right next to the penalty box talking to us. So a delay of the game, but usually that's if the net comes off, but that didn't look obvious to me at all. We've seen far more obvious calls over the weekend that hadn't been given, so not quite sure what that was for, but there was a lengthy discussion, so there must be plenty of reasoning from the officials. Lily Endicott races into the offensive zone. Nice poke check from Vicky Smith. Well, Egri floats one in, stopped by the blocker of Megan Craig. She'll cover up, and we'll get a face-off in the Beacon zone with 4:23 remaining in the period. 23 seconds left at 4-on-4. Casey Trell waving to her bench to see what they wanted to do, saying, are we going to go on to the ice or come back? It looked like Jenny Hare, the bench coach, is pointing to the ice to stay out there when you come out, and well, if the Beacons time it right, they could go for a long stretch pass which could release Casey for a breakaway, but obviously the play's got a full right for them to do that and to execute it. There's Abby Minter in the far corner, controls to Casey Edgington. Nice play from Ruby Newlands, the Ruby Rocket. As she enters the zone, Casey Edgington's bundled her over, but I think she just out-muscled her more than anything. Sent around the boards. Flip shot blocked by Katie Edgington. Amelia Williams cuts in off the left wing, gets in behind. Kimberly Brennan fires. Good save by Megan Craig. She was very proactive in coming off our line there to close down that shooting angle, and it made the save. Beacons now on the power play for the next 26 seconds. Amelia Williams, who went on the attack there, back defending. Great two-way shift that was, as the puck clears, goes past Casey Trell. Abby Minter charging hard to make up the ground as well to put Casey Trell under pressure. And I'm a big fan of Abby Minters. I think she's a fantastic player and got a bright future in the game. Controlled by Steph Towns. Comes out to Casey Trail. Nice layoff. Kimberly Brennan carries in. So Swindon back to full strength. Neither team able to convert then. It's been a fascinating game, which right now you'd say the Beacons are in control of the scoreline, but I would never rule out a Swindon comeback with a quality side, and they've caused the Beacons more problems than most this season. Two very good games between them across the regular season. And it's been a fantastic campaign for all the Top Cats when you think that last season these two sides were two divisions apart. So they were promoted last year, Swindon, and they've built on that and have done extremely well. And let's hope that they keep their team together and Bristol don't poach too many of them, because to be honest with you, I would think Swindon could be one of the favourites for finishing top next year. Such a talented young bunch who, with age and experience, are only going to develop and get better and better. That's assuming Bristol get relegated, of course. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. And Steph Towns cuts through the high slot, pokes clear by Leah Wallace. Slipped forward by Aisling Rafter. That'll be cool. Shaw doing a good job over there. Egg is open. Again, talking of exciting young talent, she's certainly one of them, as Ellie Shaw carries forward. And the good thing is they're all around about the same age group, so they're all going to develop together, and this team, if they keep them together, could play together for years and could really build something at Swindon. That'd be an exciting project, I'm sure. Comes back for Claire Turnbull, who's been a great addition to the Beacons this season. Comes off the back of a skate of Danielle Turnbull, her namesake, but not related. Danielle is from Tyneside. Claire is from East Kilbride, on the outskirts of Glasgow. Cleared by Aisling Rafter, a Northern Ireland-born defender who is based at Glasgow University. He's good friends with Claire Turnbull. Erna Harrison controls. She's from Forest Hall in North Tyneside. Played for both the Beacons B and Beacons A teams this season, as a puck takes a nick off Claire Turnbull. It was a shot from Abby Robotham initially, 26 seconds left in the period. Becky Castlewood, who was actually born in South Shields, much like Casey Trail, but grew up in Kirkcaldy, and that's where she learned her hockey skills and skating. That comes all the way around. One of her coaches at Whitley Bay was Peter Wynne, who has coached a lot of the Swindon girls and joined me in commentary when the two sides met in Wiltshire early in the season. Emma Comer can't control, kept inside well by Caitlin Stocks. Nice layoff from Danielle Turnbull off the left wing, but that will do it then for the end of the period. It's a 5-1 lead to the Beacons. We're going to get a 5-minute break here. Please don't go anywhere. We'll be back with you shortly. Welcome back to Sheffield for the start of the third and final period of this Division 1 final between the Whitley Bay Beacons and the Swindon Top Cats. I'm Adam Mattman and I'll be the commentator throughout. And we are at the midpoint of the tournament, game 7 of 13. So still plenty of hockey to come. 4 more games for you today, 2 more finals, Div 2 and Elite, and then 2 more tomorrow. As we have got final Sunday for you here. We have 2 under-16 semi-finals coming up next, so please do stick around for that. As Ashling Rafter fires from the high slots, blocked by Swindon. Steph Towns fires, comes off the fingertips of Caleb Hall and away. Cool what the delay of the game was for the net coming off, but I mean, I've got to say I didn't think it looked obvious that it was off at all, and it was a harsh call I felt on Caleb. Steph Towns sends it around to Casey Trail, who helps it on its way. Puck getting caught up under the feet of the official on the far side. I think it might be Amy Campbell. That comes in off the outside of the goal frame, pull short. Nice hands there by Casey to release it for Ashling Rafter. Stretch pass, picked off though by Emma Comer, who read that well. Charged into the offensive zone to make sure she got on the end of it. Now Ruby Newlands gets going. All splits a D, lovely drag back. Puck just got away from her stick at the end. Bit of frustration there. She hits the ice with her stick, but she'd done all the hard work and then just a little bit unlucky there as the puck got away from her. Inside the first 2 minutes of this final period. Emma Comer, nice poke check from Rachel Stockdale, but momentum was with Leah Wallace there, and Abby Minter. Becky Castlewood steals the puck back for the Beacons and then plays it towards Kimberly Brennan, picked up by Katie Edgington, comes back to Rachel Stockdale at centre red. Edgington on the far side. Poke check from Kimberly Brennan. Nice pass into centre ice. Top Cats will enter his zone. Casey Drell will control. Play forward to Becky Castlewood, who receives a puck behind her, takes to a forehand, enters the offensive zone, gets a shot off. Nice block though by Ellie Shaw. Becky Castlewood, nice hands from her as she gets a shot off. Kayla Poole lost sight of it, but she'd made the stop. She was just making sure it hadn't crept under her legs and gone behind, but she'd stopped it well. Swindon under pressure as they're trying to carry out their zone, but they'll enter the offensive zone now on that left wing side. Good play by Abby Robotham to stay with her. And, Sav Sumner takes a tumble. Shannon Priest tries to close it down. Iona Harrison does well. Puck caught between her legs. Sorry, the stick was, I should say, as they got tangled there, just had to untangle themselves. And Ferreira Murray wearing the number 7 jersey today. Whistle on the play, and it's going to be a penalty against the Beacons as the Swindon player's gone down. Joy Scott Russell will control.
Whitley Beacons number 8, Iona Harrison, 2 minutes for body check.
So Iona Harrison called for a body check.
That's Whitley, 8.
Shot from Steph Town, short-handed. Kayla Poole will hold on.
4.
Face off in the offensive zone. Abby Coulshaw steers one wide. Just short of the net, well, just wide of the net, I should say, as Nora Egri enters the offensive zone. As back come the Beacons with Abby Coulshaw. Swindon get the shot off, went near side, Megan Craig turned it aside, and Lily Endicott with the control on that left wing. 55 seconds left on the Top Cats power play. Amelia Williams up from the back, doing ever such a good job, as I say, she loves to get forward. That's going to be offside on the Top Cats. So face-off will take place just outside the blue line, the Whitley blue line. Looks like Becky Castlewood and Abby Minter are going to face off against one another once again, not for the first time in this game. Their lines have matched up quite well. Leah Wallace will control. Controlled by Pereira Mori. Turned aside by Megan Craig. Well done from her. That Becky Castlewood to Leah Wallace. Katie Edgington's open, she winds it up but didn't get the cleanest connection on it, and it's picked off by Rachel Stockdale. Leah Wallace keeps it inside the zone, and then Becky Castlewood picks off. Katie Edgington trying to cut through, but Kimberly Brengan is there to stop her. Abby Minter with quick hands to try and poke it clear. Iona Harrison's back on the ice with 14 minutes remaining in this playoff final. Iona goes straight back to a bench, and it will be Ruby Newlands who comes out onto the ice, and they get in behind Leah Wallace. Ruby helping out in her own zone there. Rachel Stockdale's bundled over. Puck hits the back of Ruby, who finds it. Gets a shot off. Glove save by Kayla Poole. A low glove save. Face-off will take place and to the left of Kayla Poole's net. As she looks at it, she's just taken a little breather here. She readjusts her helmet and refocuses. And then Roach will advance down that left wing. Casey Trell tries to get away. It was a hefty challenge coming in on that far side by, I'm not quite sure who. I think there's a player wearing the number 6 jersey. I'm not sure who that is, because I don't think we had one listed wearing that. Was it Rachel Hodgson? She was wearing 10 yesterday, but normally her number is 6. Miller Peroni enters the offensive zone, picked off by Abby Coulshaw. Coulshaw holds onto a puck. Controlled by Jordan Troop. Again, good to see her get some minutes in this playoff final. Ruby Newlands on the far side controls. Over Egri. Shots fired over. Egri with a drag back. Steph Towns over on the far side. Towns carries. Hits the face cage of Kayla Paul, who makes a stop. She had Ruby Newlands up there with her as a passing option, and it goes over into the corner. Dug back out by the Beacons as Williams has just completely cleaned Danielle Turnbull out. I don't think that was intentional by any means. It was just looked like a low cross check as Steph Towns couldn't connect on that, and Joy Scott Russell will push out. Aisling Rafter stuck to her though. Nora Egri controls in the neutral zone. Kimberly Brengham with a stick at full length trying to force a turnover. Carried through by Becky Castlewood. Kimberly Brengham on the far side. That hit the side netting, comes back out to Amelia Williams, who will carry. Becky Castlewood doing a good job of keeping up with her. Shot took a deflection off Aisling Rafter's stick, I think, and it popped up off the top of Megan Craig's shoulder and over the bar. But Swindon setting up in the offensive zone. Aisling Rafter doing a good job back there once again. He's been one of the real unsung heroes this season for the Beacons, I think. Been an absolute gem of a player. Well, we've already got a Ruby in the team, so why not? As that one's turned aside, cut out as Amelia Williams carries back in a drop pass, but it comes out the zone, so we'll have to retreat once again as Lily Endicott will control. Just over 10 minutes left in the game and still 5-1 Beacons. Vicky Smith forward to Claire Turnbull, who does well there. She powers forward, gets into the offensive zone, takes one challenge but carries on. A lot of hard work and hard skating there from Claire. Gets the puck into the offensive zone, well coached. Her dad was very instrumental in that with her growing up. Controlled by Katie Edgington to find Abby Minter. Minter fires. Pad saved by Megan Craig, comes back out. Dana Harrison will push out. Ellie Shaw doing a good job. Abby Robotham on the far side. Cross to Iona Harrison. A lovely cut back, lovely drag back I should say, and fires. I think Abby Minter might have got something on that and took a bit of a sting out that shot. Face off in the Swindon zone then, Steph Towns the draw. That'd be cool short behind Steph Towns. Those two never too far away from one another. The best scoring double act in town. Fantastic pairing, they're like Wayne Gretzky and Yari Curry on the ice, more like Laurel and Hardy off it. And it comes out. As Ruby Newlands controls. Lovely cross ice pass for Abby Coulshaw to race onto. Abby controls the puck along the boards. Shannon Priest couldn't quite gather it. Ruby Newlands will. Casey Trail flips back inside. Coulshaw, big save by Kayla Paul. Couldn't get it the first time, did the second time. Casey Trail was still hacking and slashing at that one to try and put it home. 8 minutes remaining in the game. 5-1 Beacons. No goals in this third and final period as of yet, but Beacons just having to manage the game, manage the clock. I'm sure they have more than one eye on tomorrow morning's all-important promotion decider against Bristol Huskies. And as we tick ever nearer, maybe it's a chance for Steph & Co to start running the bench and getting the third line, and some of the other players who haven't had a lot of ice time to get an outing. You would hope Steph and Abby will keep something in the tank ahead of tomorrow. Lily Endicott comes through. Kimberly Brengan and Becky Castor-Wood closing the door on. That's going to be an offside call on the Top Cats, 7:38 remaining. Amy Campbell with the call, a former Whitley Bay hockey player herself. 4 officials for this one, 2 refs, 2 assistants. Or linos, I suppose they are. Lily Endicott with a draw, back to Nora Eggery. There's Nora's penalty shot, which won the game against Kingston yesterday. Danielle Turnbull battled in with Joy Scott Russell. Nora Eggery slips it behind Aisling Rafter and gets control behind the net. Vicky Smith does a good job of tying her up along the boards though, and Becky Castor-Wood comes in to help her out. Nice puck control by Lily Endicott. Nora Eggery, lovely drag back to get behind Danielle Turnbull. Nora Eggery in the corner. Swindon will control in their zone with Beacons and Kimberly Brengan putting her under pressure. Iona Harrison will control. Not seen much of Kate Ord really today, which is a shame. Who got a goal though when she was on the ice. Scored in both games this weekend. Aisling Rafter. Across to Caitlin Stocks, Katie Edginson on the left wing. Aisling will control. Just behind Sav Sumner, but plays it to her forehand. Ellie Shaw sends it around the boards. Caitlin Stocks controls. Iona Harrison up along the boards with Emma Comer and Katie Edginton doubling up on her there, but she found Caitlin Stocks, who in turn sends the puck over to her far side, and Aisling Rafter, who clears the zone with a nice pass, but Swindon will control just along their blue line. Leah Wallace, I think it was. Comes back out, going to be controlled by Shaw once again. Abby Minter. To Katie Edginton, who controls with her skate. Iona Harrison. Big wind-up shot blocked by Leah Wallace. Abby Minter collides with her playing to her boards. No harm, no foul though. Abby Robotham from Rachel Stockdale, I should say. Abby Minter trying to steal the puck back. Leah Wallace in there too, and Katie Edginton, but good hands by Abby Robotham to hold on. 4:36 remaining. Clock slowly ticking down. Ruby Newlands charges down that right wing. She's still got another game today. Abby Coulshaw fires, kick save by Kayla Poole, and then it ripples the side of the net. Kayla's certainly stopped the bleeding since she's came in. That one shot from Steph Towns, I think it was, it went over her. Oh, and that one she saved well from Towns, but she'd lost her stick, but Kayla doing fantastic. But yeah, that one shot that looped up over her head she could do nothing about. As Coulshaw fires again, Kayla does ever so well to come off a line and smother it. 3:52 remaining, 5-1 Beacons. So back underway then, Beacons with control with Steph Towns, but Swindon have plenty of bodies back there to force a turnover, but Steph's still getting a piece of it. Coolshaw onto it, into a flash. Tries to find Steph Towns, it's ushered behind by Lily Endicott. Good defensive play from her. Ruby Newlands. Abby Coolshaw's lost her stick there, but Steph Towns will control. Into a corner. Ruby Newlands is struggling to keep my voice there. It's been a long weekend, believe me. There's Casey Trail, drop pass. One timer from Steph Towns. What a save by Kayla Poole. Abby Coolshaw with the perfect centering pass. One timer from Townsy, drilled it down low. But Kayla Poole with the stop. That for me has been the save of the weekend so far. There's going to get a penalty on the Beacons there, and Steph Towns quick to apologise, as she will sit for the majority of the remainder of this game, one would assume, unless Swindon can convert. 2:52 remaining. So a power play opportunity for the Top Cats. Abby Minter will take the draw against Becky Castlewood. Emma Comer controls. Wide. Back to Ellie Wallace, who fires. Body checking is the call. Swindon, most of the girls, well, they'll probably have to stay on the ice because probably know, my apologies, that's the second semi, ignore what I was saying there. It's Kingston versus Chelmsford up next in the under-16 semi-final. Before we get Whitley versus Swindon part 2. Abby Minter controls, nice pass out wide. Katie Edginson will chase it down, but Aisling Rafter gets there first. Katie Edginson comes off the left wing boards, gets a shot off. Saved by Megan Craig, who's faced a lot more shots in this third period. 58 seconds even left on the Top Cats power play. Tipped out by Becky Castlewood. Ellie Shaw out wide to Abby Minter. Nice drag back. She'll hold on to possession. 1:38 remaining in the game. Edginton's open on the right wing, will control, but Vicky Smith read the play well and closed her down very quickly indeed. It will clear and dump it into his zone. Amelia Williams will have to readjust. She's had a slightly quieter period in this one. She was carrying an injury, perhaps she's just running out of a little bit of steam, but good to see her here and playing. A player of quality deserves to be on a stage like this. 1:10 remaining in the game now. The Beacons, I think it's safe to say, have won this playoff final as Steph Towns gets back up and ready to rejoin the action. Welcome to all the fans listening in. I'm sure there'll be plenty back home on Tyneside who are very familiar with my broadcast, so hope you're enjoying the coverage back home, and indeed any Swindon fans as well. Coolshaw controls. Off the boards, we'll come back to Casey Trail. 38 seconds to go. Over onto the far side, Ruby Newlands. Banks it off the boards. 30 seconds left. Steph Towns and Abby Coolshaw will be getting ready to lift their second piece of silverware of the weekend. They got the League Winners' Trophy yesterday after their semi-final win over the Sheffield Shadows. Today was a much tougher test. Swindon really gave them something to think about, particularly in that first period. 9 seconds to go as Megan Craig covers up and makes a save. But chance to win the playoff final trophy now. There will be some awards taking place, so please do stick around to watch them. And the post-game handshakes and player of the game awards. Five seconds left, dumped in by Ruby Newlands. Flashes wide with 1 second to go. There'll be just enough time to drop the puck, but that will be it. 1 second to go then. Brace yourselves back home. And Steph Towns with a draw. The Whitley Bay Beacons are your Division 1 playoff champions for 2023.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final score, Whitley Bay Beacons 5.
Pictures say 1,000 words, which is why I'm restraining myself.
Your WNIHL Division 4 playoff champions are
Deserved winners there for the Whitley Bay Beacons. Commiserations go to the Swindon Top Cats, who played their part, particularly in that first period where they threw everything at the Beacons. But the Beacons claiming silverware. They've still got a job to do. They won't be happy until tomorrow's game is complete. 18 games played, 18 wins, but it's game 19 which counts the most. Danielle Turnbull leads the handshakes. Steph Towns goes over to congratulate and hug Billy Endicott. That was nice to see. Two natural leaders on both their respective sides. As the handshakes continue. It's about now where I normally give my opinion on who should get player of the game. I think for Swindon Top Cats, an easy choice for me really. I think it's going to be Abby Minter, not just because she got the goal, but I thought she was a great driving force for her team, trying to get her team into it offensively, and I thought she's been outstanding all weekend, but she was particularly good today. For the Beacons, offensively, I think Abby Coulshaw. Again, you know, she got a lot of assists. I would give a nice mention to Vicky Smith, who I thought was really strong at the back, and Aisling Rafter. But for me, it's got to be captain Abby Coulshaw. But we shall see. We will also have some all-star announcements at the end of the presentation as well. Well, we'll see which order it comes out in, but it will be the Player of the Game awards first, so we'll stick with them.
So coming up, we've got the MVPs, the All-Stars, and the medal and presentations.
So yeah, it's going to be Player of the Game, All-Star for the tournament, for the playoffs, and then we'll get the playoff trophy presentation, I believe, in that order. There's quite a few goodies are down there. And there will be some unofficial awards as well, courtesy of Ice Maidens, Carl Catlin Media, and those will be appearing on social media later, so please do check out that.
Time to present the MVPs. So we've got 3 to present the MVPs. First, for the Swindon Top Cats, it goes to number 25,
Amelia Williams. I'm not surprised, to be honest, because defensively she would have been my other pick. Great game, great two-way game. Both her and Abby Minter were outstanding. Danielle Turnbull first to congratulate her, which is nice to see. Nice backpack that she's received. And for the Whitley Bay Beacons, Vicky Smith, who I did mention, so I did mention her. And very well deserved. She's been outstanding all season, consistently good player, really good teammate, but a very well deserved award.
all complete. I'll hand you over now to Craig for the All-Star.
So now we've got the All-Star announcement. So there'll be a goalie, defender and forward selected from the Division 1 playoff over the 3 games that have been played this weekend.
What an amazing game it was. Congratulations, Whitley. Great game, Swindon. This year, we decided to introduce the All-Star Awards, do an All-Star line for each division. So over the weekend, our coaches and live stream commentary, Alan, have been providing votes for best forward, best defence and best netminder. And for National Division 1, there's some contentious votes. So just honourable mentions for netminder Marley Easton, WNIHL. For Lily Endicott, who also received votes for best forward. For Ruby Newland and Steph Towns, who also received votes. But I should bring my trophy with me. But for 2023, best forward for Women's National 1 is Abby Culshaw.
Very well deserved honour for Abby Culshaw, who gets forward of the tournament.
So this year's All-Star lineup, best netminder 2023 is Liberty Bird.
Liberty Bird gets the honour for goalie.
And that will be collected on Liberty's behalf by Kex Robinson, Sonny Love and Jess Woody from
So
Kingston Diamond.
3 of her Diamonds teammates all collected on her behalf, because Liberty isn't here today, but it's turned out well that the Diamonds have an under-16s game here, so one of her teammates couldn't collect it on her behalf. But her performance yesterday in net was outstanding, which is what's earned her the award. And for D,
And for best defence 2023 is Casey Trail.
goes to Casey Trail, Hips McGee. Casey said I can't even stand up, but Hips McGee is a chance. Anyone who doesn't know, Casey Trail had a double hip operation in the summer, so her nickname is Hips McGee, which I think Steph Towns invented that, coined that phrase for her.
So it is medal time.
So now it's the medal and trophy presentation. So it's 3 very well deserved
And the rest of the team to follow
honours
to
there.
get their medals. Runners up.
As the Swindon Top Cats receive their runners-up medals. It's the one honour that no team ever wants to receive, but Swindon absolutely deserved it. They've been second throughout the regular season, they were second at the playoffs, and considering this is their first season in this league at this level, it's a remarkable achievement by not just the players, but the coach and staff there as well. Gareth Endicott and Stuart Wallace very much a part of that.
Well, as they leave the ice, we back at our officials.
So the officials will now receive their trophies, medals I believe, and now we will have the trophy presentation to Whitley Bay Beacons as the playoff champions. Abby Culshaw, step forward, you've earned this. Darwin's finest athletes, I'm sure. So Abby Culshaw does the honours. The Whitley Bay Beacons are your Division 1 playoff champions. We are number 1 is the chant. That was always made famous by the Durham Wasps men's team. The Whitley Warriors were never that successful, but already the Beacons have won 2 trophies in as many days. Now they receive their caps and medals. Playoff champions. And while this takes place, I am going to take a rest and leave you with this going on in the background. But it's been an absolute pleasure, and I do hope you've enjoyed the coverage. We'll be back with you shortly.